This is Alex at Tidewater Comicon at Virginia Beach. I'm here with Bob McLeod, co-creator of the New Mutants, and you're watching ComicsVerse. Bob, how's Tidewater going?
Oh, it's been a good show. I've really been enjoying it.
So anyway, I kind of wanted to delve into diversity in New Mutants. So right now, diversity is a big thing for Marvel right now. They're really promoting it. But 35 years ago, you and Chris created New Mutants, which I would argue is more diverse than a lot of teams we have in comics today. Can you just go into your motivation behind that?
Well, we just thought it was time. You know, it'd been decades of just white superheroes. And we were looking to do something a little different. And I don't know whose idea it was originally. Maybe Chris's, maybe Louise Simonson. I was brought on kind of after they got the ball rolling. But we all just really wanted to do something with a lot more diversity and get some international feel to the characters.
Yeah, and even now, the New Mutants is looked back upon as so well. Was there any pushback from Marvel or others when you tried to make such a diverse team?
No, I don't remember any. I think everybody thought it was a good idea. It kind of wasn't deliberate not to have more diversity before. People just didn't think.
In an interview you had with my coworker Jamie, you mentioned wishing you kind of developed the characters a little more. Can you go into what you would have done differently if you had more time? Because from my understanding, you were a little rushed at the time.
Oh gosh, I was so rushed on the book. Had to work through my honeymoon and everything, and I was super rushed. I just would have liked more time to think, to try to make the characters a little bit more individual with more personality, and try to just develop them more. I would have liked to had more time to talk with Chris and maybe talk about ideas that maybe we could come up with more together. Whereas he was writing the stuff, I was drawing the stuff with no time to really think and communicate that much. We were just too rushed.
Well, I think as the series goes on, it looks like it kind of developed a little more naturally, so that's good at least. So with the new movie coming out, in that same interview you talked to Jamie, you said you would wish the cast would be casted as teenagers instead of mid-20-year-olds. Can you go into why you would want that?
I mean, they just never make the characters the way they really should be. And there's a tradition in movies of always using 30-year-olds to play 15-year-olds. And it's kind of ridiculous. It's not like there aren't teenage actors out there that could do a good job. And they've just cast a couple of them, Maisie Williams and Anya Taylor-Joy, I think is her name. And they're both around 20, so at least that's close. But, as long as they're not 30, that's what kind of gnaws at me.
Yeah, when they kind of look like full-on adults, especially with a character like Rain, who was supposed to be such a young character, and it'd be kind of weird if she was like mid-20-year-old.
Yeah, and Maisie Williams looks younger than she is, so she can play that, so I think it'll be good.
Nice. All right, so going away a little from the New Mutants, you teach drawing, is that correct?
I have been teaching for about the last 10 years. Actually, I just stopped teaching last year to have more time to do my artwork.
Did you enjoy teaching while you were doing it, though?
Very much, yeah. It's very satisfying to work with the kids, hang around with the younger people for a change, instead of people my age. So it keeps you younger, and it's just very gratifying when you show someone how to do something and it really clicks with them, and then you can see a change in their artwork after that, where they really incorporate that into what they're doing. So it was great.
Yeah, I work in a school, and I also get that feeling when you work with young people. It makes you kind of feel younger, and it's always great seeing their artwork as well. So in that same interview, you mentioned some characters you wish you had the chance to draw, and one of them was Batman, a DC character. Can you go into why you would want to have drawn him?
It's just kind of like I already hit all the other bases. He was one of the few big characters that I just never got around to drawing. I penciled him in one issue of Action Comics, and I inked him for a couple years over Graham Nolan's pencils. I just think it would have been fun to do a little bit more. I was into using a lot of heavy blacks at the time, so I thought I could have made him really more darker and mysterious, where at that time it wasn't so much, so it would have been fun.
All right. Well, you mentioned to me you're not really promoting anything right now, but when fans do come up to you for drawings, what do you enjoy drawing the most?
I mainly just like drawing figures. I'm a figure artist. The character doesn't make that much difference to me. So as long as the costume's not real complicated, that can get to be a chore. But otherwise, I don't really even have a favorite because there's a lot of them that I enjoy drawing. Somebody just let me have my pick today, and I chose Storm from the X-Men. Like her costume. I think she's just cool looking, so she was fun.
What era of Storm did you do?
Oh, the old classic one that was on the X-Men, I guess, in the 70s, 80s.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Again, this is ComicsVerse. For more interviews, podcasts, comics analysis, and reviews, check out comicsverse.com. Have a great day.